Early in the second half, Darko Panchev equalises. Panchev from Red Star Belgrade, one for Chris Waddle's Marseille to watch out for in the European Cup final at the end of the month. The Danes win it when Flemming Poulsen opens it up again for Christensen. 2-1 to Denmark, but Yugoslavia still looking pretty good. They've got to play the Faroe Islands twice.
In Group 1, Czechoslovakia in white kept their hopes alive with victory in Albania. Lubos Kubik, who plays in Italy for Fiorentina, scoring the first direct from a free kick. The Czech second was a classic. The old 1-2 became the old 3-4 as Kuka and Kula exchanged passes, Kuka finishing off to lift Czechoslovakia into second place in the group behind France.
Here's the best international goal of the week, scored by Roberto Donadoni for Italy against Hungary. The Italians under real pressure to deliver, and there's another excellent early effort from Donadoni. The cross comes in from Maldini. Polacchi, dawdles, and Donadoni is there first. Gianluca Vialli is back in the Italian side. He missed a penalty, but he gets the third, slipping and sliding his way past a disorganised Hungarian defence. It's very close in this group. Italy are on top on goal difference now from the Hungarians. They've played 2 games more. The Soviet Union really emerging as the big threat to the Italians. Hungary's only response in Salerno, a penalty scored by Georgi Bognar.
England trailing the Soviet Union by a goal from Tatachuk.
Parker the take. Smith the first to move. Wright coming in behind. Goalkeeper again looking uncomfortable in the air, and a little flick by Alan Smith makes it 1-1. Again, I think coming because of rather poor play by the goalkeeper in the air, but well played by England, and they've deserved it on the balance of play. A lot of youngsters here tonight, and they've enjoyed it. Parker's free kick. Climb again by Wright. I think it was intended as a shot by Thomas, certainly by Smith, who scores his first goal for England. Spare man just comes across. Chernishkov to play his side into trouble. That's a penalty. There was just a moment then when David Platt thought he would continue, and then he realised certainly was a foul. And it's going to be the Aston Villa player who will take it. Chance to put England in front. 2 minutes of the half remaining. Oh. Done with panache. That's 5th goal for his country. Delightfully taken penalty after he had been brought down. They were a bit too casual, and Platt running on, and the dive in by Saber led to the penalty which Platt took so well. Platt held it up well. Batty, Barnes in danger of being offside. Beardsley, Platt, yes! His second goal of the contest ends any doubt about the verdict. And it's interesting then, the crowd were wanting England to play the ball in. There was a bit of a delay, but when it came in, Platt took full advantage. They finally found the right man in the right space.
Im Rückspiel, das im Lehner Stadion mit seinem fanatischen Publikum ausgetragen wird, kann Österreichs Team unter dem neuen Teamchef Alfred Riedl sein negatives Image etwas aufpolieren. Endlich wird wieder mit Druck und Elan gespielt. Herzog. Und ein guter Schuss von Ogris. Pfeifenberger mit einem gefährlichen Kopfball. Er verletzt sich bei dieser Aktion etwas. Aber dann wieder eine Chance für die Färinger durch Nielsen. In diesen Szenen sieht man die tiefe Verunsicherung in Österreichs Mannschaft. Konsul in Schwierigkeiten. Pfeifenbergers Führungstor in der 14. Minute ist dann für alle eine Erlösung. Freistoß für die Österreicher. Noch einmal ein Freistoß. Knutzen, der Mann mit der Zipfelmütze, wieder im Tor der Färinger. Pfeifenberger ist frei nach diesem Ogris-Freistoß und 1:0 nach 359 Minuten endlich wieder ein Tor für das Nationalteam. Ein Tor, das Pfeifenberger als Halbblinder geschossen hat, denn schon in der 5. Minute war er nach diesem Zusammenstoß mit Hansen angeschlagen. Und in der 24. Minute muss er dann auch ausgewechselt werden. Hier aber noch einmal dieser Führungstreffer. Und jetzt häufen sich die Chancen der Österreicher. Hier eine dieser Möglichkeiten durch Ogris. Guter Schuss, sehr gute Reaktion auch des Torhüters der Färinger. Das 2:0 fällt aber erst nach Seitenwechsel. Streiter erzielte es in der 47. Minute. Sehr schönes Solo. Sein erstes Tor im Nationalteam. Noch einmal aus anderer Perspektive die Abseitsfalle der Färöer umlaufen und das 2:0. Ein spektakulärer Auftritt von Herzog mit einem Fallrückzieher. Der erste Sieg des Teams seit Juni 1990, dem 2:1 über die USA, ist fix. Untermauert wird dieser Erfolg noch durch das 3:0 durch den Grazer Vettel, der so wie Streiter sein erstes Länderspieltor erzielt. Auch dieses Tor noch einmal in der Wiederholung und ein leichter Aufwärtstrend zeichnet sich nach diesem Erfolg ab.
Pearce takes the free kick. Oh, Lineker was left alone and scored. They never marked him. And the England captain puts his side ahead with his 40th international goal. Batty. Thomas. Pearce. David Platt came in there in front of the defender and scored a quite superb goal. Corner to Argentina. Oh, and the number 7 scored. Garcia. It was such an easy goal, really. The near post corner, and England not defending that terribly well. We'll have to make sure the marking's rather better this time. It's Mohamed to take the corner. Ruggieri and Vasquez have come up on the far side. The two central defenders. Oh, and it's there, the equaliser. Franco. Well, 2 goals from corners.
Recent international matches and European finals may have failed to fulfil expectation, but Wales against Germany here in the National Stadium, Cardiff tonight, promises a keen competitive edge. For the Welsh, it's another of those crucial qualifying games for a place in a major football finals. And after 33 years of failure, a win tonight could set them on course to the European Championship finals in Sweden next summer. Well, for the Welsh, the choice of venue couldn't be better. 38,000 all-seated sellout crowd in the National Stadium, more normally associated with Welsh rugby. This is where the Welsh beat Belgium 3-1 at the start of the Group 5 qualification, and 5 points out of 6 have put them top of the group, a point clear of Germany, who've played a game less. There's growing belief that Terry Yorath can now call upon one of the strongish Welsh teams for many years. Peter Nicholas has played in a few of them. He wins his 72nd cap tonight to equal the Welsh record. £3 million is the transfer fee touted for the signature of Dean Saunders this summer, and he'll play tonight in an attacking triangle alongside Ian Rush, with Manchester United's Mark Hughes in midfield just behind them. Kevin Ratcliffe will play as a sweeper, and with his Everton colleague Neville Southall in goal, the Welsh can claim 5 world-rated players, but they have had to make 2 changes. Number 2, David Phillips of Norwich is in place of the suspended Clayton Blackmore, and number 5, Andy Melville of Oxford United is in place of Eric Young, who still hasn't recovered from injury. But this is the quality of the opposition. 9 of the West German World Cup winning team, further strengthened after reunification by the inclusion of the East German player Matthias Sammer, number 8. Perhaps a key, though, to German thinking, the recall of 2 strong defenders who'd been injured, number 6, Guido Buchwald, and number 4, Jürgen Kohler. Rudi Voller, one of several of this German side who now ply their trade in Italy. So too does Andreas Bremer. Lothar Matthäus, one of the 3 who play with Internazionale in Milan. Well, the German coach, Bertie Vogts, upset the Welsh by saying publicly that he expected a physical match. So a lot will depend on the interpretation tonight of this man, the very experienced Swedish referee Bo Carlson. Also refereed the Cup Winners' Cup final between Manchester United and Barcelona. So it's the Welsh in all red who kick off, attacking the goal to the left. A country of less than 3 million against the reunified Germans, who can boast a population of 78 million. Well, that's a good long kick by Southall, and rushes away. And Hildner quickly off his line. Bertolt. Voller. Hughes. There's much more pace about Wales when they get possession. When the Germans are in possession, they're content to play it at a strolling pace. And that's really the challenge for Wales. They've got to take the initiative and take the game to Germany, because a 0-0 draw, a result that was... Bodin tried to play it back to Southall, and he got a rather fortunate rebound. It was there a push there? Yes. Kohler penalised. And Bo Carlson gave that decision from a distance away. Hazelwood got it across the penalty area, just outside, not called by Horn. The whistle's gone for offside. There's Bertie Vogts on the far side. Nearest the camera are the Welsh substitutes. This is Helmer. Bertolt. Matthäus. Reuter. Bertolt. Tries to get the pass to Zammer, although it's quickly challenged. This is Mateus. Klinsmann. Oh, it's a fine shot, and it was swerving as well. And Reuter's in quickly, and he's kept it in play. Mateus will drill this one in. Oh, they're in a mess here. A little back heel. Bremer! Left foot shot. Blocked by David Phillips, and well blocked as well. And that was an early scare for Wales. And it needed a good save from Neville Southall with what looked like a really awkward ball. Southall started to go to his left to cover that shot, and it seemed to swerve back towards the right. Well, there's a little buzz of expectation around this national stadium. But for all the expectation that there's been about this match, the Welsh in these opening 20 minutes haven't really made much impression into this German defence. Bremer. Horn, who went in quickly on Buchwald. And again, the Germans will just play it around and lock it at the back.
Let him go, Bones, let him go!
One or two whistles of derision coming off the terraces. Helmer. Plays with Borussia Dortmund. Bremer. One of the three at Inter. Vola. Took it away from Buchwald. Berthold. And Hughes has won it back. Just finding it difficult to make much progress once they get past the halfway line.
You got the six!
Mateus. Bremer. Buchwald, who's come forward. He's taken it well. Vola's there, so's Klinsmann. Leaving it for Reuter. Fine save, Neville Southall. It was well struck too by the German right-back, Stefan Reuter. And Southall has had to make his second save, and that was much more difficult than the earlier one. Well, there might have been a player blocking Neville Southall's view of that, but he went down full length to his right to put it behind for the corner, which Bremer will take. Safely gathered, so the Welsh have had two scares, and Neville Southall has proved adequate on both occasions. And offside.
Go down, let's chance, go down!
All the officials tonight are from Sweden. And certainly Bo Carlson as yet hadn't had any really clattering tattles to interpret. Bremer. This is Helmer. Stefan Reuter. Mateus trying to lay it off, giving it to Rush. Now Hughes, Saunders. Phillips is forward in support. Here he is, the right back. Header out was by Mateus. Nicholas. Phillips again. Saunders, little flick on. Trying to find Barry Horn. Mateus prevented the corner. Currently the World Player of the Year. He has an absolute clutch of awards at the moment, Lothar Mateus, after the World Cup, and he also seems to be feeling his right thigh. Terry Yorath told his players beforehand that they'd have to be patient, and it's a waiting game at the moment. Just talking to his number 2 there, Peter Shreve, who may have a tactical observation to make. Vola. by Nicholas. And they're so quick to close down the space, the Germans. And Rush is protesting about the marking of Jürgen Kohler. I'm sure he could hear the thunder of the Germans' hooves coming up behind him as that ball was played, and he knew it was coming. Nicholas, and climbing, yes, a free kick. Now, this, the latest of several free kicks that the Welsh have been given just outside the German penalty area, but this in the most interesting position. Now what's he doing here, Mr. Carlson? I think something was said to him there. Yes, he's pulled Bertol to one side, and he's cautioned the German number 5, who must have made some remark after that free kick was awarded just outside the penalty area. And Lothar Matthäus has his say as well, but Berthold has been booked, and this free kick, with just over 10 minutes to go to half-time, promises the most interesting Welsh opportunity of this first half. And look at the tactics of the Germans here. They're messing things up, they're complaining, they're having a chat, they're making it as difficult as possible, and for some reason they've succeeded in getting Peter Nicholas cautioned as well, and that is serious for Wales because he already has one yellow card, and that means that Peter Nicholas will now miss the away fixture against Germany in October. Yes, Bo Carlson is insisting that the wall comes back the full distance. Was struck finally by Bowden. That was intended for Phillips. This is Voller, and the Germans trying to break quickly for the first time here. Klinsmann is the only man forward of Voller, but again they've got Reuter in space on this right side, but the ball never came to him. And there's a free kick being given to Wales, and Peter Nicholas was on the receiving end. Well, he's a very authoritarian-looking figure, Mr. Bo Carlson. And I can tell you that the Welsh were not displeased that he was in charge of this match. Melbourne with the free kick. And the Germans pull forward, trying to catch somebody offside, and it's backfired on them. This is Hughes. 2 in front of him. Back to Bowden. Now, it wants a really good cross. Ilg looks calm, and he can't claim it. He punched it away. Horn took a deflection. That'll be a corner. Well struck by Barry Horn. Don't know if it really would have tested Bodo Illgner, but it took a deflection off a German defender, and Wales have a corner. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Wales with their first corner, which Peter Nicholas will take. Away from the near post. Header was by Voller. Nicholas again. Bowden. Oh, nobody was quite sure. This is Horn. He's tried to chip Illgner. Oh, what a fabulous effort by Barry Horn. I thought for a minute Illgner had got his fingers to it. It must have just clipped the top of the crossbar. So having been patient, Wales with 2 good efforts as we approach half-time, both from Barry Horn. Yes, it just clipped the top of the bar. What a different match this would be if the Welsh could score, because all that careful possession which the Germans have exercised, this flag's gone up for offside, nothing would count here. All that careful possession and the slow, methodical build-up would all change if the Welsh were to take the lead. Hooked away by Matthäus, only as far as David Phillips. This is Mark Hughes, closely marked by Kohler. Bramer's arrived as well. Oh, good footwork by Mark Hughes. Phillips, cleared by Matthäus. Zammer shows he's got a bit of skill as well. This is Berthold well forward. They've got 4 on the break here, 5 now. Voller. Still Voller. The shot in the end was weak as he drifted inside Andy Melville. Again, the warning was underlined for Wales. Germany had 5 players quickly in support. Hughes. It's Bremer, and that's nicely done by Mateus. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Looks like the ball was lost, but he just pulled it down. Now Voller. Mateus available. Zammer's forward, so's Klinsmann. This is Klinsmann. Nicked away from him by Bodin. Buchwald. Bremer. Klinsmann. Reuter in support. Again, the Germans able to enjoy quite a long period of possession. Reuter came off Klinsmann. It hasn't gone yet, and Neville Southall had come screaming out of his goal. And in the end, I think it's going to be a throw to Germany. But Southall was rather committed there. Zammer will take it as we move into time added on for stoppages in this first half. Klinsmann. Bremer, this time it's the right foot, and Neville Southall makes his 3rd important save of the first half. Well, Andreas Bremer has a reputation for scoring goals with his left foot. That was hit with his right foot, and Southall had to make a save which has kept the score sheet blank. Wales 0, Germany 0 at half-time. Well, the crowd in the National Stadium have been given a cause to find their voice for the second half, because Germany's captain Lothar Matthäus hasn't come out for the second half, having suffered a hamstring injury, and he's replaced by the second East German, Thomas Doll, who's now with Hamburg and out to win his 3rd cap for unified Germany. Wales haven't made any substitutions at half-time. And it'll be Germany to start the second half. As information about the substitute is tannoyed to the crowd. There was a little buzz went round when they saw that Matthäus wasn't in the German team as it came out. Bremer gives Ilgner a touch, and Doll has gone into a slightly more advanced midfield position than Matthäus was occupying, and looks like Zammer, number 8, has dropped back to fill in the role that Matthäus was playing. This is Doll. It was. Neville Southall, I wonder if his hands are still tingling from the 3 saves that he made in the first half. Just looking around the Welsh team, it's goals that we're looking for. Helmer. And the Welsh will have to go hunting for it. One of Terry Yorath's comments before this match was that the Germans always qualify, the Welsh never do. But maybe it's all set to change. Maybe now. This is Saunders. Hughes in pursuit. Came off Bremer. It just wants one little moment of magic, perhaps by Saunders or Hughes or Rush, to open things up. They've certainly got goals this season for their club sides. 68 in total. It's a good tackle. Phillips. And the flag appeared to me to go up a little bit late, but Saunders adjudged offside. 21 goals Dean Saunders scored for Derby in the recent season. Narrowly offside, and 21 goals is not bad in a side that got relegated, is it? Jürgen Klinsmann hasn't had too many opportunities to show his pace and has made an extraordinary statement that he will retire at the age of 27, which is after the European Championships in Sweden next summer. And there's a lot of people say they're going to retire and then don't, aren't they? Voller. Oh, Salvo had to react quickly. It came back off Bodin. It's a good jump by Kohler. Oh, it went over the top of Ratcliffe. Hit by Bremer. For Voller. This is Sammer. That's Reuter. And this is Buchwald. And that was Barry Horn clattering in. Berthold. Sammer. And then Berthold again. They play good possession when they have it. Klinsmann tried to lay it back to Voller. And what happened there? I must admit I'd watched the play, and it's a red card for Berthold. Well, there's a Welsh player down, and there's a lot of furious protests going on, but there's no mistaking that Thomas Berthold has been sent off. So Berthold, he was booked in the first half. He can have no complaint about it. Here it is. Ratcliffe's on the floor, and he kicks Ratcliffe, and there's no doubt about that, but maybe Ratcliffe had shown him his studs. But there's no doubt that Berthold reacted, and he kicked the Welsh captain on the floor, and he's gone, and Germany are down to 10 men. And with just under half an hour left to play, this European Championship qualifying match takes a rather nasty turn. Hughes, followed by Buchwald, who seems to have been given that job. And the linesman decides that it's a throw to Wales. Manchester United player takes up his position in the penalty area. Nicholas. Hit long. Bodin's header. Rush. This is Rush's position. He was trying to hold back his man and turn. Voller, Bremer, over the top, for Klinsmann. Now space for Paul Bodin to get forward, urged on by the crowd. Hazelwood. This is Nicholas. Drilled in too far, just a little bit. Half a yard, perhaps, asking too much of Dean Saunders. Well, it's a typical rush position, that, isn't it? Zammer just got a foot on it and knocked it away from him. And how often have we seen him turn in those tight positions in the penalty area, get in a strike on goal, and often score. 20 minutes gone in the second half, and Wales still chasing the goal they need. But now with much more incentive. Ratcliffe. Oh, Horn dispossessed. Stoll. This is Voller. This is Kohler. Voller got a flick header, and it went the wrong way. That's intended for Rush. He's got inside. Buchwald, it's Rush on Ilfner. Oh, he scored! Rush has done it. That's opened it up. That's what the Welsh wanted. Ian Rush, his 19th international goal for Wales, and what a priceless one. Well, he'd had a good position in the penalty area just a few seconds before, and when that ball came over the top, it was well hit by Paul Bodin. He saw that Rush had made a break, and Buchwald, good player that he is, he hasn't really got the pace, has he, to catch up with Ian Rush. It might have taken a rather nasty bounce. In fact, Ilfner may have got a touch on that. I think it might have come off the keeper's legs eventually, but what a fine ball by the left-back, Paul Bodin. Ilfner thought about coming, he changed his mind. Buchwald couldn't get in the tackle. No, there wasn't the touch on the keeper. Rush has tucked it into the corner, and Wales are ahead 1-0. The bounce just in front of Rush wasn't really kind then, but he showed a clinical finish. The Liverpool player, who scored 26 times for his club last season, has given Wales the lead halfway through the second half against a German team down to 10 men. Dole didn't catch it. Throw to Wales. Well, Ian Rush, he had a spell of 7 games in which he didn't score for Wales. That ended when he scored against Belgium, also got the crucial goal in Luxembourg, and now another crucial goal. Bremer. Just under 20 minutes left. And there's nothing in this match now for Germany other than to chase the game. That's Stefan Effenberg, who's one of the substitutes. This is Vola. Good left foot cross. Zammer's header. Southall saves. Wasn't too much power behind the header from Matthias Zammer. Southall always looks as though he would have it covered. Good cross from Vola. Bremer. Ball again. Appropriate name because he's a diminutive figure, but he's a good player. And I'm sure the Lazio officials who are here tonight to watch him will be impressed with the touches that he's had. Vola. Oh. Vola. And he's forced to go across the line of defence, and Saunders is penalised. It'll be a free kick. Well, English football has cause to rue the free kicks that German sides can take, particularly by Andreas Bremer. But this is Stefan Reuter. And there are 5 German players in the Welsh penalty area, 2 just outside. Intended for Effenberg, cut out by Hazelwood. In by Bremer. Good deep cross. Klinsmann. Vola didn't get a touch, but it was a good chance. Corner. Germany's second corner. And Vola knows how close he was to scoring. Bremer's good deep left foot cross. Intelligent jump by Klinsmann. Headed it down to Vola, who didn't get a clean touch. And although it was a Welsh player who put it behind for what would have been a corner, I rather think the linesman was given an offside. Not quite sure who against. Anyway, players restarted with a goal kick. So Bertie Vogts facing his first defeat as Germany's manager. And now just over 5 minutes to play in what would be a truly historic result. Reuter, who's now come into a midfield central defensive position, having played the first half at right back. Bremer. This is Vola. Oh, it was a rather unpleasant foul, I thought, by Vola on Barry Horn. And he can sometimes demonstrate that he's got a rather nasty side to his nature. Just look how high Vola's foot is here on Horn. Sent off, of course, in the World Cup against Holland, Rudi Vola. Nicholas for Rush. Melville lets it run. And understandably isn't in a hurry to take the throw. A World Cup winner, Bertie Vogts, back in 1974. But a man with a lot on his mind at the moment. Oh, Hughes has peeled off. Rush has played it over the top. And just offside. Well, I'm sure Hughes probably knew that he was offside. But that's managed to eat up a few more seconds. Kramer. Vola. Buchwald. Too high for Dole. And that's a goal kick, I think. Prove me wrong, it's a throw. That went out of play. It'll be a German throw. 4 minutes of the 90 left. Still Wales lead by that Ian Rush goal. And now so close to what would be a really important victory. They've tried so often to qualify for major finals and have failed at the last hurdle. A victory against Germany won't guarantee their qualification for Sweden, but it will really set things up. Klinsmann! Great save by Southall. They haven't cleared it yet, but Neville Southall gets a round of applause in the National Stadium for the fifth important stop, and that looked the best of the lot. Reuter, knocked on by Buchwald and hoisted anywhere by Wales. Three minutes left. Vola, Klinsmann, covered by Hazelwood. And the Bristol City player brought it out well. Bodin, who's now with Crystal Palace. Came on Helmer, throw to Wales. Well, this is the moment when Southall made a wonderful save from Klinsmann. How did he do it? One-handed, down to his left. I'm sure Klinsmann, when he got contact with that, must have felt that he was going to score, but he reckoned without Neville Southall. And Dean Saunders is the player who will make way for young Gary Speed. He's covered a lot of the pitch here at the National Stadium tonight, Dean Saunders. But he's been closely marked by Thomas Helmer and may himself feel a bit disappointed with his contribution. But Gary Speed has, well, on the 90 minutes, he's got about 30 seconds to make an impact. Rush. And that may be a substitution by Terry Yorath to eat up a little bit of time rather than to make a significant change. Kramer. Vola. He's made space for the cross. Effenberg. Well, he got a touch. I'm not sure whether it would have gone in, but it was dangerous across the face of goal. But Southall's look tonight as though he'll stop everything. Didn't get a full touch, Stefan Effenberg. And the 90 minutes have been played. And the whistle goes. Wales have won. A truly memorable result, really, this. The Rush goal midway through the second half. A typical Rush strike. And what a fabulous return they get for this. It's 2 points against the world champions. It's the first time that Germany have lost in 17 internationals. They've beaten the world champions. They've confirmed their position at the top of Group 5. Wales. And they've really set themselves up, perhaps, for their first qualification for a major finals since 1958. The job isn't over yet, but Rush's goal will make it that much easier. And no wonder Neville Southall is getting all the pats on the back. The string of world-class saves that Southall made was crowned by the one that he made from the head of Klinsmann to keep Wales ahead by that rush goal. So Wales confirm their position at the top of Group 5, now with 7 points. Germany second on 4, but Germany could still qualify if they win their 3 remaining matches, one of which, of course, is home to Wales in October.
Forward by Thomas to Lineker. Is there time yet for England? Here's Wise. Plenty of players forward here. There's the cross, and it's in! Lineker. Gary Charles moving away. Pearce takes. Header out was by Jaya. And here's a chance for Lineker. It's in! The first minute, and Gary Lineker scores for England. Wright is well forward. And there is Wright. Oh, and Nigel Clough was close, and it's been stabbed in. Lineker again. Jeff Thomas. And Lineker again. Good save by the goalkeeper. Here's Platt. At the near post has done it. It's a hat-trick for the England captain. And David Platt's in for this. It might come on to John Solako. And the chance is there, and it's number 4. And who is it else but Gary Lineker?
As hosts, Sweden didn't have to qualify for the finals. Instead, manager Svensson had to use matches like this one against the old Soviet Union to prepare his team for the battles ahead. Berlin opened the scoring when the new Soviet goalkeeper Cherchesov fumbled across by Jonas Tern. It was an ideal start for Sweden. Only 4 minutes of play had gone, and already they'd set up a platform of authority. Manager Svensson could hardly believe it. Sweden continued to attack the Soviet defence. One excellent run ended in a chance of a second goal. Instead, centre-forward Martin Dahlin shot over. Sweden cannot afford to be so wasteful in June. But this was no ordinary friendly. It was a semi-final of a 4-team tournament in which the Swedes wanted to test their European Championship potential both on and off the field. The slack marking which allowed Sergej Joran to poach an equaliser proved manager Svensson has plenty of work to do. The match went into extra time. At stake was a place in the final against Italy, who'd beaten Denmark 2-0 in Malmö in the other semi-final. Sweden's defence again looked frail. Dmitry Kuznetsov shot the Soviets ahead with a goal which appeared to surprise him as much as goalkeeper Ravelli. One major problem for Sweden is successfully blending their mixture of home-based players with the stars recalled match by match from clubs in Italy, Germany, Belgium, England and Portugal. As Brolin's equaliser demonstrated, playing abroad has much more than just financial advantages. Life in Italy has sharpened his finishing talents and turned him into a dangerous goal poacher. Extra time can often prove an anticlimax, with teams shuffling weary towards the lottery of a penalty shootout. But not this time. With 3 minutes remaining, Igor Korneyev scored what proved to be the winner for the Soviet Union.
Zielono-czerwoni zwyciężają na dzień dobry Irlandię 2-0 po bramkach João Pinto i Capucho. Grano na stadionie w Porto, gdzie karierę rozpoczynał najsłynniejszy z portugalskich nastolatków Paulo Futre. Z Porto przeniesiemy się do Lizbony. Tu młodzi Argentyńczycy grali z występującą po raz pierwszy pod wspólnym sztandarem reprezentacją obu Korei. Wynik sensacyjny. Azjaci biją Latynosów 1-0 po mocnym strzale Cho In-chola. W innych meczach turnieju niespodziewana porażka Anglii z Hiszpanią oraz nadspodziewanie wysokie zwycięstwo Meksyku nad Szwecją 3-0. Mistrzostwa potrwają do 30 czerwca. Finał turnieju Scania Cup. Pierwsza minuta i rewelacyjny strzał Igora Korniejewa. Piłkarze Związku Radzieckiego prowadzą 1-0 z Włochami, ale składra Azzurra zrewanżuje się równie piękną akcją, zaś podanie Manciniego zamieni na bramkę Giannini. O zwycięstwie w Scanii, będącej generalną próbą przed przyszłorocznymi Mistrzostwami Europy, decydowały 11. Mastawoj nie trafi do bramki Paliuki i 1 000 000 koron premii zainkasują Włosi. W grze o trzecie miejsce Szwedzi pokonali Duńczyków 4-0. Inny sukces piłkarzy z Italii to wywalczone w Hadze też po karnych Mistrzostwo Świata Drużyn Wojskowych. Kolejny test rozegrali Amerykanie. Zremisowali 1-1 z AC Milan wobec 40 000 widzów w Chicago.
Sweden, on all the evidence of their preparatory friendlies, must play to their attacking strengths. A victory over Yugoslavia last autumn emphasised that point. Darlene shot Sweden ahead with a goal which showed his ability to take on defenders and hit the target, given only the slightest glimpse of a gap. Yugoslavia went into this game without 4 Croatian players who'd been regular members of their European Championship squad. Yugoslavia has always boasted a remarkable depth of football talent. Savicevic glided through on the right to hit a typically spectacular equaliser beyond Ravelli. In the second half, Sweden looked to Limpar to lead a counter-attack from midfield. They were not disappointed as he restored Sweden's 2-1 lead. Yugoslavia immediately hit back with an arrow of a free kick from Savicevic. Sweden have a number of outstanding forwards on whom to call, including Kenneth Andersson, Stefan Pettersson and Mats Magnusson. So Dahlin cannot rest on his laurels if he wants to lead Sweden's attack in the finals. Early this year, Sweden took their home-based players on an international trip to Australia. Svensson hoped to iron out some of the errors which kept Yugoslavia in this game. Michael Nielsen was at fault with an own goal which brought Yugoslavia level yet again at 3-3. Swedish football used to be considered more physical than technical, but the advent of professionalism and the greatest exposure to international competition has changed all that. Technically, some of Sweden's players now stand comparison with their southern European cousins. Match winner Turn, for example, has developed his all-round game with the Portuguese.
Our featured match of the evening, France, Czechoslovakia in Bratislava, Czechoslovakia. We'll update you on some scores quickly as we see the action from the opening minutes with Jean-Pierre Papin missing the net. Spain defeated Uruguay 2-1 in a friendly. Iceland, nothing. Denmark, nothing in a friendly. Both Spain and Iceland in the same qualifying group for the European Championships. Sweden defeated Yugoslavia by a score of 4-3, and it was Turkey 1, the United States 1. Now, in Bratislava earlier tonight, Czechoslovakia all over the board, and the scoring opening with this goal coming thanks to Václav Nemeček in the 19th minute. Another Václav there to delight in the moment. Czechoslovakian President Václav Havel. You'll see on the goal the terrible feed by Manuel Amoros. And so that gave Nemeček the ball. He shot. It was deflected by Basile Boli. And Michel Platini had reason to worry, the French national team selector, seeing his team caught flat-footed in the opening minutes. France had daringly decided to use a 3-forward attack, and towards the end of the first half it started to bear fruits as Jean-Pierre Papin was beginning to find the net. Here Manuel Amoros is able to make a long feed, Vayura over to Papin, and a great save by Miklosko, the West Ham goalkeeper, who is the Czechoslovakian national keeper. In the second half, France pours it on, and on this great feed by Perez, who had come on as a substitute, Papin is able to score. Platini deciding to go with another midfielder instead of a third forward, taking out Coquart for Perez, and it pays off as Perez feeds Papin, who drills the ball into the Czechoslovak net. But the Czechoslovakians continue to put on the pressure in front of the home crowd. They will do so the remainder of the night, often with good chances, if not for the play of sweeper Laurent Blanc and of Basile Boli on defense, and Manuel Amoros, all able to clear the ball away. Michel Platini worrying, his hairline receding a little bit tonight. And the Czechoslovakians into the final minutes with some excellent scoring chances, unable though to convert. The French wall solidifying. Now France hoping for the play to end. This is in the waning moments of the game. The French just praying for the whistle, the final whistle, but instead Perez feeds Jean-Pierre Papin, who is on sides, and easily so, as he beats the goalkeeper. And in the 89th minute, it is France defeating Czechoslovakia by a score of 2-1. France now virtually assured of going on to Sweden in June 1992 to play the European Cup. For Czechoslovakia, a disappointing loss after having lost at the Parc des Princes.
As the Group 2 final. In Bern, Tony Gallo.
For once, Scotland's selection problems have involved the luxury of who to leave out. With 6 candidates for the striking roles, coach Andy Roxburgh has gone for the Rangers pair of Ali McCoist and Maurice Johnson, back after a one-year retirement from international football following his disappointments at the World Cup in Italy last summer. And with Gordon Durie of Tottenham also included in a midfield role, there's very much an attacking look to Scotland tonight. A team here which shows 4 changes from a rather weakened side that did beat Switzerland 2-1 at Hampden last year. The Swiss are still resentful about that defeat, and they're no longer the pushovers of world football. Although the names and faces in their lineup are not too familiar, there are 1 or 2 to look out for. Number 8, Heinz Hermann, winning his 115th cap tonight, approaching Peter Shilton's world record of 125. He's the playmaker in midfield. And number 7, Adrian Knoop, who's on a remarkable scoring sequence. 11 goals in his last 12 internationals, and at 23 considered the hottest property currently in Swiss football. Andy Roxburgh looking on tonight, starting his 6th season as Scotland's coach. And what a crucial match this is for both of these sides. A victory for either one tonight wouldn't guarantee a place in Sweden next summer, but it would virtually book their ticket. And if Scotland do have a marginal advantage, maybe a draw would suit them better than Switzerland. This is Sforza. Has been suffering from a neck injury, and the Swiss have really played cat and mouse here this week about who would play and who wouldn't play. They really are taking this match very seriously indeed. Oh, and they've got dispossessed. A good break on here. Durie's forward in support. Blocked by number 4, Hare. But a good early chance there for Scotland, and it was interesting to see that Durie was in support of number 9, Ali McCoist. And Scotland at this stage are doing quite a good job of filling the midfield, and they're preventing the Swiss from making too much progress. Now they'll try down the right flank. Hottiger. Malpass across to cover. Hit first time by Hottiger. Chapuisa! Offside. It doesn't count. The flag went up right away on the far side. It certainly looked a good ball, drilled in by number 2, Hottiger. But as soon as he hit it, the linesman put his flag up. Long before number 11, Stefano Chapuisa, put it in. And that's why, clearly offside. 41 games Scotland have played since Andy Roxburgh became the coach. They've won 15, drawn 13, and lost 13. Over the top for Ali McCoist. Will it bounce kindly for him? Still McCoist. Hottiger forced him wide. He did well, the number 2. He could have dived in then and maybe conceded a penalty. He didn't. He just kept escorting Ali McCoist away from goal. Turk Yilmaz Pursued by Nickel. Too long. This is Heldman. Herman teeing it up for Suter. Oh, Grace!